Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. Finally, some new season content here on the channel. It is our Manchester City PES 2023, as we're calling it, Master League. I've been going through PES, modding it up completely, adding lots of new extras to the game, getting everything set up for the new season. Finally, the transfer window is done, and finally, our new episodes, our new series is here on PES, and finally some gaming content for you guys. And this series is going to be so different to usual. I want to go the extra mile. Of course, we have, as you can see here, the webcam, the face cam, so you guys can see all the reaction of everything in this series. We'll have extended episodes, as always, on the We Are City membership club. Go and check that out if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel always, as we say, if you are new. But this series is going to be different. In the first episode, we're going to run through first the squad and the ideas for the team, meeting the team, the players out on loan, the players with buybacks, and so on. And then we'll look at the new features coming to this new series here on the channel. So some new features coming to this series, and they will be coming to our FIFA series as well. Our first, the Lone Player Scout Report. All the players out on loan, we will receive every now and again throughout the episodes a scout report on these players, so we can have a look and see how they're progressing and if it's worth bringing them back for the team in the future. We've got the manager and board talks, where we see the manager Pep Guardiola, ourselves are in control, and the board discuss the ideas going into the new season, whether things need to change, and so on. We have the manager and office talk. This is where the players could come and talk to the manager, come and have a conversation with Pep Guardiola, or the staff could come and have a conversation with Guardiola. Maybe we should be starting a certain player instead. We have the news, the career mode news, or the Master League news, where we see all the news, little bits of transfer, nuggets in places. Are Manchester City interested in this player? United might want to sign this player, and so on, just to try and make it more realistic, more immersive. That is, of course, the idea. The player scout report, where we might be targeting a player. We want a player in maybe the holding midfield position or a striker position, or so on, and our scout will bring us a few players and say, listen guys, you need to be looking at these players are performing so well, and we'll look at the stats that they have over the season. Of course, a youth scout report as well. So we'll do a scout report on youth players and our youth system, our players in the first team that are playing for the youth team, and see if they are ready to step into the first team at any point. And the thing is, guys, you are going to be our board throughout this series. So we will decide very early on in the season. So I'm talking maybe at halfway point of the season. Keep your eye on our community tab. We'll be doing votes on who you guys want to sign for Manchester City. You have the choice of maybe 3 or 4 players, and you guys will get to vote the player we go for. If we can't sign them, we'll go for the second option. If we can't sign them, we'll go for the third option, and we'll do what Manchester City do in real life. But you guys are in control of the signings in this series. So not only the vote on signings, you guys could get to vote as well on who starts in important fixtures. Talk about getting to the Champions League final. Do we start, a winger and drop Rodri midfield like Pep did in real life? You guys will get to help us out on that one. You will get to vote very early on, deciding who was best to play in that position and so on. You guys are important to that. We need you to make those decisions. Like I said, you guys are going to be so heavily involved in this series, and of course the FIFA series coming up when FIFA does come out. So this is the Manchester City squad going into the new season, starting off with our 4 goalkeepers. A youth goalkeeper in the squad, Mickey Van Sass, 18 years of age, followed by Ortega Moreno, 81 rated, new signing at Manchester City, could get first team football this season depending on the performances of Ederson. Then we go on to Ederson, our main goalkeeper, the main man, good with the ball at his feet, perhaps not the best, shot stopper in the world, 87 rated. He will be the starter for most of the season. We may swap him out depending on performances. And then finally, our third choice goalkeeper, Scott Carson, 36 years of age, looking to keep him around for as long as possible. On to then the centre-back, starting with Finley Burns, 63 rated, 17, 18 years of age or so. Not probably going to be playing much in this series. The same goes to Max Elaine, 2 youngsters who are in the squad. For now, play most of the games for the youth system. We will get, of course, scout reports on them. On to then the starting centre-backs. 88 rated, Ruben Diaz is our number 1 centre-back for the season, and he could play alongside Nathan Ake, left footer, very experienced, can play at left back as well. Will suit us this season. I think will suit my play style, which is, of course, Pep Guardiola's play style, followed by John Stones, another one who could be a starter, and also Aymeric Laporte. But we're not finished there in Manchester City. Laporte currently out injured, but he looks, and we know he's a top quality player. I mean, looking at his stats, he's fantastic on the ball. We mustn't forget new signing Manuel Akanji, 82 rated, a very physical and pacey centre-back. And I think he will come in handy a lot. And he can also play at right back. He might play in a back three for us this season. And for the left backs, we've got 4 left backs currently in the squad. 2 youth players in Josh Wilson-Esbrand, who looks to make it possibly in the squad, first team squad permanently this season. Sergio Gomez, new signing, perhaps not a natural left back, but seems to be pretty good to play there. Thomas Galvez, a Finland international, youth international, and an England international. He is a central midfielder as well, and I think he suits exactly what Pep Guardiola wants and what we want, a fullback who can play in the central midfield. He's only 17 years of age, high hopes for him. And then finally, João Cancelo, the main man, 86 rated. What a top quality player we've got there. On to the right backs, only 2 registered right backs in the squad. 67 rated Rico Lewis, who looks to impress this season, and 86 rated Kyle Walker, who we have to look for a long-term replacement for, considering he is 32. Onto the holding midfielder role, 2 players. Calvin Phillips, 81 rated, and Rodri, 88 rated. Rodri, the absolute colossus, who will start most games in midfield. Calvin Phillips is a very, very good backup to him. Onto the midfield now, we've got 3 real midfielders, maybe 4 midfielders, central midfielders anyway in the squad, starting with Bernardo Silva, 88 rated, but I do expect him to play a lot of games on the right-hand side this season for us. He's been really good at the start of the season for City on that right-hand side. Ilkay Gundogan, club captain, what a player, a real quality player who's good in, you know, build-up play, passing, but also gets in the box and scores a goal, doesn't he? And contributes to the side offensively as well as defensively, and as well as making the team tick. 31 years of age, though, possibly one we need to look for a future replacement. Emilio Lawrence, who's been signed from Everton. I can't see him playing much of a role, the youngster, in this series. And then there is the main man, 93 rated KDB. We want to keep him going at 93 rated, despite being 31, for as long as possible. Phil Foden, 86 rated as the left winger, joined by his England international Jack Grealish. One of those could be moved into the midfield in the future, I do believe, but both real quality, both just fantastic. I'm looking forward to use both these players this season, especially Jack Grealish. I think him and Haaland have got a real good connection. On the right-hand side, we've got 4 right wingers. 2 youth players, one who's just broken to the first team. The 2 youth players are Adaya and Bude. You might not have heard of him, but he looks a real exciting young player. The same goes for Oscar Bob, who can play on the left as well and can play for the middle. We've got Cole Palmer, who's the natural backup now, to Riyad Mahrez, who will start on the right side, 87 rated, 31 years of age. Again, looking for a long-term replacement. Look at those stats. Great dribbling, great ability. And then the 2 strikers in the squad, 82 rated Julian Alvarez, top draw player. You know, a combination of Carlos Tevez, determination, and then Sergio Aguero as well. I'm really looking forward to using him. And the same goes to the main man this season, Erling Haaland. How many goals do you think we'll score with him? Let us know in the comments down below. Of course, not in the first team squad, there's a host of players out on loan or with buybacks. For example, Gavin Bazunu we might look at for the future. Juan Larios, another one been sold to Southampton. Romeo Lavia, that's number 3. And he looks really good, by the way. And finally, number 4, which is Sam Edozie. 4 players, all with buyback options that we could be looking at. And of course, there's a loan players as well. Just a few to mention are Tommy Doyle, who is building up his, his match sharpness and also his physicality to play in the Premier League. He's alone at Sheffield United. We also have there another player in James McAtee, one who I really want to get involved in the squad this season. There's a few others as well. The likes of Liam Delap, example, they are just top quality and deserve a chance. And a few names just to mention here are also Marseille's 76 rated right back Issa Kabore and Girona's 20-year-old 75 rated right back Yan Couto. Both look like the long-term options possibly for Kyle Walker and João Cancelo. So now we've been through how this series is going to work and the whole squad, let's get into the start of the series, starting with a pre-season, the same as City had, playing Club America, then we'll play Bayern Munich, and then we'll actually play City's later pre-season game, Barcelona, before we get into the full Master League. We are going to look at the formations, looking at playing the season. In this game, this is the side I'm going to go with Ortega Moreno in goal. It's Cancelo, Diaz, Ake, and Josh Wilson-Esbrand the back 4. Calvin Phillips in the holding role with Captain Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield 3. Grealish on the left, Palmer on the right, Julian Alvarez through the middle. And the way we're looking to do it is Esbrand and Cancelo are going to play as false fullbacks. Now I said I'd go through the other ways I wanted to play. I will do that in the Bayern Munich game. At the start of it, I'll go through the way I want the side to play, where it's a back 3 sometimes it's a front 5. We want to, work the way Pep Guardiola does. Now, interestingly enough, the fullbacks is a bit of an issue at times. We'll talk about that. In Wilson Esbrand, we've got a fullback who can tuck in midfield or overlap. In Cancelo, we've got a fullback who can tuck in the midfield or overlap, either at left back or at right back, which is interesting. In Rico Lewis, we've got somebody who can tuck in or overlap, and Sergio Gomez, we've got somebody who can tuck in or overlap. Kyle Walker can tuck in, but not overlap, play as a centre-back. I'd like someone on the left-hand side who could do that also. That maybe is Nathan Ake, perhaps something we look at in the future in the transfer windows and so on. But this is how I'm going to go against Club America. Let's see how we do. So here in the USA for our pre-season tour, we face Club America. Ochoa, the goalkeeper, not the most known players in this side. Debut for Stefan Ortega Moreno, who've just signed for the club at this point. And for a few others, not really. Erling Haaland on the bench. Julian Alvarez does start up top. Let's see how we do against the Mexican side here today. I like to play a pre-season game to try and get up to speed in this game. Not always the easiest thing to do. There is the Club America side. It is a 4-3-3. Martinez up top, Otero and Reyes on the wings. Ochoa in goal, Fuentes, Lyon, the fullbacks. As for this Manchester City side, Ortega Moreno in goal. Cancelo, Diaz, Ake, Wilson Esbrand on the back four. Phillips, Gundogan, De Bruyne in the midfield three. Palmer, Alvarez, Grealish up top. Lots of players on the bench. Erling Haaland could come on. We'll have to see if that's the way things go. Grealish. Phillips. De Bruyne. Nice ball through to Cancelo on the overlap here. Joao Cancelo. Back to Cole Palmer with the left foot. Good save by Ochoa. First shot on goal. 16 minutes it took. Well worked. Couldn't get a goal from it though. Cancelo pulls it back to Palmer. Straight at Ochoa, isn't it, from Cole Palmer, in fact. Right to Palmer. Palmer. Cancelo. De Bruyne. Gundogan. Esbrand. Back into Gundogan. Into Julian Alvarez. And Julian Alvarez opens the scoring. Near post finish. The little Argentinian gets his first Manchester City goal. And 1-0 lead here. Good goal. Esbrand has looked really, really comfortable in the first team today. Gundogan flies Alvarez. One touch on the right foot. And the left foot near post past the goalkeeper. Doesn't really hit that with power. He's very Sergio Aguero-esque with his near post finish. And Alvarez, as we know, picks this one up. Really nice finish. Really, really nice finish from Julian Alvarez. 1-0 lead, Club America. Phillips, Diaz. De Bruyne. Palmer. Cancelo. Options here. Palmer. Lays it off to Gundogan with a strike. Good save by Ochoa. And referee blows a half-time whistle. 1-0 lead. A goal from Julian Alvarez is the difference between us and Club America. Grealish. Good play from Grealish. Still Grealish. De Bruyne. Lewis. Mahrez. Rico Lewis across the box. It's a far post. And oh! Is that Jack Grealish who's missed that? Should score, Grealish. Wait for Esbrand. A bad cross by Esbrand towards the near post. Julian Alvarez can't get there. Mahrez. De Bruyne in space. Alvarez! Oh, good score. He does score, but he's offside. I knew I'd play that pass too. Oh, it's not even that much too late. The fullback nearly plays him on. He does score, Alvarez. Just offside. De Bruyne. Mahrez. Rico Lewis. De Bruyne. Alvarez in there. Good defending. Calvin Phillips winds one up, and it's a save by Ochoa. Nice chance there. Lewis saw De Bruyne in a great position. Took his time. Oh, I could have gone to Grealish there. I could see Grealish running in. Tell you what, Calvin Phillips. That's a really nice strike by Phillips. Got big men to aim for in the box, haven't we, actually? Phillips, well played. De Bruyne, brilliant. De Bruyne! What a finish from Kevin De Bruyne. 2-0 Manchester City. That is just brilliant from De Bruyne. And a spectacular celebration to go with it. What a finish. Phillips gives it back to him. One touch. Two touches and bends it to that far corner. Fantastic play by KDB, who is going to be incredible this season, isn't he, for us? Absolutely incredible. City's a bit rocked here. Cross comes in again. It's Rico Lewis. Good defending by the young fullback. Chance again. Phillips across. First time Club America have looked dangerous at all. Gundogan all the way through to the goalkeeper Moreno. Lewis. Mahrez. Nice play. Gundogan through to Jack Grealish. All sorts of problems here. Grealish. Julian Alvarez! What a finish from Alvarez. It's 3-0. What a goal that is. Caught them out on the counter and Alvarez gets his second of the game. And he thanks Jack Grealish for the assist. Gundogan, what a pass that is, by the way. Through to Grealish, he finds him. Grealish across the box. Alvarez just stood in space, and that is a clever finish there. Right foot, right into the top corner by Julian Alvarez. And Ochoa, nowhere to be seen. What a finish. It's 3-0 Manchester City here. And that is a game well and truly over for us. Phillips good pressing. Full time. Manchester City win 3-0 in our first pre-season game. And that man, Julian Alvarez, shines up top. But he's got a battle on his hand, doesn't he? Because in the Bayern Munich game, you know we're starting. It's going to be a debut for Erling Haaland. Up next, we face Bayern Munich today in a pre-season game. This is the side we're going to go with. But first, we want to show you the sort of lineups that we do have. So this is our main offensive one that we do have, which is looking like that, a 4-3-3. We've got Esbran in there and so on, but we will change that. Then it goes into that, so the fullbacks become really, really narrow, become central midfielders. That would be Cancelo and Walker. And then when out possession, it's a 4-4-2 defending. That is one of the ways I want to play. Another one of the ways I want to play is like this one, which again a 4-3-3, but then we go into a 3-2-4-1 in formation. That is another exciting way I'd like to play. Oh, I've just moved off the screen there. Apologies for that. And that is another way I'd like to play, really. And then finally, the last one is a 3-2-2. It says just starting that completely all-out attack, basically. As for today, this is the side we go with. Ortega starts in goal. It's Walker, Diaz, Laporte, and Cancelo back four. Strong side from us today. We're testing out our first team. Rodri, captain, Gundogan, and De Bruyne in the midfield three. It's Palmer on the right, Grealish on the left, and Erling Haaland. Yes, Erling Haaland starts in the middle. The likes of Ederson, Stones, Ake, and Bete, Esbran, Lewis, Gomez, Phillips, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Foden, and Alvarez on the bench. Alvarez got a double in the last one. Mahrez is probably going to come at some point. Bernardo Silva I'd like to see as well. Perhaps Rico Lewis, another chance for him, was very impressive in that previous game when he came at half-time. So Bayern Munich is the side we face today. Manuel Neuer, strong side from them, but a very strong side from us also. We're actually in Brazil today. In Brazilian stadium. It looks a wonderful stadium as the players come out onto the field here. It looks slightly like the stadiums in America with the running tracks around them. But here's Sao Paulo. And out come the players. Look at the fans. Pre-season friendly. The fans have come in numbers, haven't they? Definitely congesting that midfield. Grealish, one-on-one with Pavard here. He's beat him. Oh, and then Pavard, good recovery. Pressing high though. Grealish with a chance here, blocked away. Neuer dived. I think it was up Meccano with a save, and Bayern Munich counter it. That's a really good start from us, though. I think Haaland's yet to touch the ball. Well, it might be De Bruyne. Haaland with a chance here. Neuer off his line. That's a difficult pass to Grealish, but not for KDB. Grealish against Pavard, he's already got past once here. Leroy Sané, great recovery run. Helping his team out. Davies, what a ball. Muller's in here. Moreno beats it at the bottom corner. Thomas Muller scores in 18 minutes. That's bad defensive play from us. One ball in behind to Thomas Muller. He's not the quickest either. Don't know where Laporte's gone. Good defending by Laporte, nearly by recovering, but his position initially put us in that situation. And chases against Matthijs de Ligt. Haaland will chase also. Long and away. Walker rise, he does do. Palmer. Gundogan, the captain, finds Grealish. Oh, great touch. Grealish with a chance off the post. Oh, great chance by Grealish. That's what you want to see from him more this season. That left-hand side at least. It's a clear foul on Grealish by Kimmich, not given. And against that ball in behind Diaz and Laporte, which unlocks us, and Coleman with a strike. What a finish from Kingsley Coleman. 2-0 down to Bayern Munich. Discussions at the back between Diaz and Walker. Not good enough. Grealish dispossessed. Not good enough. Moreno. Taking Moreno. Should he save that? Should he not? Tried to turn, get a shot off for himself, really. Couldn't do. And that is half time. City 0. Bayern Munich 2. Not a good start to this game at all. Things need to change. Somehow keep hold of it. Rodri. Grealish. Haaland's in there. Grealish again, and Upamecano deals with it just. Well done. Well done, Rodri. Brilliant. Cancelo. Grealish. Bernardo, what a run. Grealish has got to find him. Bernardo find Haaland, though. And Erling Haaland will smash one in to make it 2-1. His first real chance of the game. And Erling Haaland gets his first Manchester City goal. Grealish should find Bernardo here. But Bernardo finds Haaland instead. He's got Mahrez as well. Haaland one touch, and the second one, a rocket at the near post. Choupo-Moting is coming on for Musiala. Laporte's got to win this. He does win this. Raul Cancelo. Oh, Mahrez made a nice run. Cancelo. Alvarez. Kimmich read that. Bernardo Silva. Mahrez. Last chance here. Mahrez. Bernardo. Riyad Mahrez! What a save by Manuel Neuer. What a save by Neuer. That would have been the equaliser. Late on for Mahrez. But he cannot beat that. That is a ridiculous save. It's behind him and he's dragging it back. There's Brand on the corner. Swung in. Alvarez in there. Cancelo slices it, shanks it wide. And a 2-1 defeat on our second pre-season game. Our final one will be against Xavi's Barcelona. Bernardo Silva disappointed there. Very disappointed. The City didn't win that one. And our final pre-season game, and the way we end this episode, is a game against Barcelona. We start with Ortega in goal. It's Walker, Diaz, and Bete does get a head start here. And Sergio Gomez as well in there. Phillips, Bernardo Silva, and Gundogan in the midfield three. It's Foden on the left, Mahrez on the right, and Erling Haaland through the middle. Rico Lewis and Esbrand, Bob, the only youngsters on the bench really. Cole Palmer as well, but he's considered a first-team player now. Barcelona go with Inaki Peña in goal. It's Araujo, Koundé, Christensen and Marcos Alonso signed from Chelsea. The back four. Busquets, Frenkie de Jong and Kessié in the midfield three. Rafinha, Depay and Ferran Torres the front three. Lewandowski, the man to look out for on the bench there. Pedri also, Gavi, Ansu Fati, Dembele. Ex-Manchester City man, of course, Eric Garcia there, as well as Ferran Torres, who starts on the left-hand side. So at the Camp Nou today, a charity game, but a big one. There is captain Sergio Busquets, our captain Ilkay Gundogan. Manchester City versus Barcelona, our final pre-season game. Pep Guardiola returns to his former side to face his former midfielder Xavi, who is now the manager of this club. No Lionel Messi anymore at Barcelona, but look at the fans here today. Massive atmosphere, great atmosphere. City are up there all the way at the top for this City versus Barcelona game. Very interesting to see how it goes. Barcelona start with Peña in goal. Araujo, Koundé, Christensen, Marcos Alonso. It's Busquets, De Jong and Kessié in the midfield through. Depay, Rafinha, Ferran Torres, the front three. As for Manchester City, we know the side we'll go with, but we'll recap it. Look at that, 90,000 or so in the stadium. Haaland starts up top. That is the big bit of news. Erling Haaland up top. Scored against Bayern Munich in his first game. First chance, really. First shot. Scored it. Needs more chances. Hopefully create more for him today. Game also for us. Ilkay Gundogan. Phillips. Foden. Great ball. It's Sergio Gomez. And he's through here. Gomez into Riyad Mahrez. And Riyad Mahrez seems to have fouled Marcos Alonso on the way through. It's a yellow card for Mahrez. That is shocking refereeing if I've ever seen it. Really poor refereeing here. Mahrez has every right to go for that. And somehow he gets a card for it. It's a nice ball into Gundogan. That's a nice ball out to Mahrez. Against Alonso. And Alonso. Good defending, you'd say. Referee says no free kick. Well, the referee is giving a lot. I think it could be a penalty, in fact. It could even be a penalty here against Barcelona. Protest from the likes of Jules Koundé. Frankie de Jong. He is in the box, Mahrez. But the tackle happens outside the box. What's been given? It's a penalty. And Erling Haaland steps up. Come on, Haaland. Haaland! Saved by Inaki Peña. Mahrez. Good skill. Frankie de Jong across to him. Mahrez keeps it alive. Bernardo. Mahrez. Haaland's in there. Oh, good defending by Barcelona. Really good defending. Oh, Phillips, that's really poor. Frankie de Jong. What a run by Ferran Torres. Ortega Moreno's off his line here. Takes down Ferran Torres. Another penalty. This time to Barcelona. Moreno makes the foul. Ortega. Here's a penalty. Here's a penalty. Memphis Depay. So Haaland misses one. Does Depay miss one? Depay! Saved by Ortega. Makes up for his mistake. 2 penalties, both missed. Gomez. Gundogan. Foden. Haaland. Foden. Mahrez. Haaland. Haaland! 1-0 Manchester City. Well, he missed his chance from the spot. But that doesn't matter to Erling Haaland. He's replied brilliantly. Of course, our first game will be the Charity Shield game against Liverpool. We want Haaland fit and ready and firing, which he is. Good play. Mahrez through to Haaland. Onto his right foot. And he finished it past the goalkeeper with ease, Erling Haaland. 1-0 City lead here. In Spain. Fina. Pressure from Gomez. He's playing like a striker now. Long ball. Walker reads that one, he always should do. Bernardo on the turn here. Should find Haaland, he does do. Haaland off the bar. Too much on it. Bernardo Silva. Tipped over by Peña. Should score with Haaland there. That's his bread and butter, that. Put too much power on it. It's been saved. It's been saved. There's a clip in here. Haaland. Chance for Phil Foden. And he puts it wide the post. Oh, through to Grealish. You can turn on this one. I'll tell you what, Sergio Busquets, he's not catching Jack Grealish. Not in a million years. Grealish. Haaland. Great touch. Haaland. De Bruyne. Brilliant from Manchester City. What a bit of hold-up play from Erling Haaland. I said De Bruyne wins us this game. And he goes on and does that immediately. Great counter-attacking. Creation to Haaland. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch away. The 4th one's into De Bruyne. And he smashed it across Peña into that top corner. 2-0. That could be game over for Barca there. Straight into Haaland. De Bruyne. Palmer. Oh, Cole Palmer. Great skill away from Christensen. Haaland past Koundé. Haaland. Oh, it's the back post as well. Cancelo. Ronald Araujo saves his side from 3-0. That is full time. A 2-0 win against Barcelona. We end our pre-season in good fashion. Haaland and De Bruyne on the score sheet. And we go into that Charity Shield game against Liverpool in the next episode. Ready. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys next time.